All right, so let's do every other even now. So we're going to do some factor by grouping again for this one. So we can factor out a, and I'm left with an x minus y, and factor out a b, and I'm left with an x minus y. And then what's in common between these two terms is an x minus y, so I could pull it out an x minus y, and I'm left with an a plus b. So x minus y, a plus b. Okay, next one. Difference of cubes. So then this is 5a minus 4, 25a squared plus 5a times 4 plus 16. So 5a minus 4, 25a squared plus 20a plus 16. This looks like a diamond method. So we'll draw our x, negative 16 on the top and 60 on the bottom. So 1 and 60, 2 and 33 and 20, 4 and 15, 5 and 12, 6 and 10. So negative 6 and negative 10. So this is k minus 6 and k minus 10. Okay, and then greatest common factor. So then we'll break down 60. 60 is, I should do this differently. Let's go. 60, which is 2 and 30, 2 and 15, 3 and 5. 294 is 2 and 147. Oh boy. 7 and 21. And then 3 and 7. Okay. And then 630 is 2 and 3, 15. And then 315 is 5 and somebody. So 5 and 63, and then 3 and 21, and then 3 and 7. Okay, so what do they all have in common? They all have a common 2. I should probably use a different color. Let's see. Let's do green. They all have a 2, right? And then they all have a 3. And they don't all have a 5. So the greatest common factor is 6, which is 2 times 3. Okay, 14, 18. So this is like a difference of squares. So this is going to be, I shouldn't do that there. N squared minus 1 and an n squared plus 1. And then my first parentheses factors to an n minus 1 and an n plus 1. And then I copy down my second parentheses, which is n squared plus 1. So this is n minus 1, n plus 1, and then an n squared plus 1. Okay. And then this looks like a bottoms up, so we're going to draw a bottoms up thing. So then I have a 9 on the top and 8 in the bottom, so 1 and 8. So then this is x plus 1/2, and then x plus 8 over 2. So x plus 1/2, and x plus 4. So then bring what's in the bottom to the top. So I have a 2x plus 1 and an x plus 4. Okay. And then 26 looks like a factor by grouping. So 4 terms, So then I'm going to pull out a xy. I'm left with an x minus y. And then I'll pull out a 2, and I'm left with an x minus y. And then what's in common between the two of them is an x minus y. So I'm left with xy plus 2. So x minus y, and then xy plus 2. And then this looks like I can factor out a 3a cubed. So then I'm left with an 8a minus 3. just a greatest common factor that came out. So 3a cubed, 8a minus 3. And then 32 looks like a 4-term thing, so it looks like a factor by grouping. So I can pull out an n, and I'm left with 4m minus n. No, I pulled out an m. Sorry, an m. I messed this up completely. I pull out an m, and I'm left with 4 minus n, and I pull out a negative 3, and I'm left with an n minus 4, which kind of looks the same. Remember, we did this with the factor by grouping. These almost look like the same term here, but one of them is off by a negative. So then I'm going to factor out a negative m, which makes an n minus 4. That makes it a positive n and a minus 4, and then a minus 3 and minus 4. And then now they are common terms. So there is a common n minus 4 in there. And then I'm left with a negative m minus 3. I just want to make sure I did not mess this up. Okay, so n minus 4 and a negative m minus 3, which in theory, because they're both negative in here, like I could have factored out a negative here and made this an n minus 4 and an m plus 3. So either one, I think your next teacher would probably prefer that it was this way. Okay? All right, and then 36. Looks like a difference is square. So this looks like a 9c squared minus 4d squared. And then a 9c squared plus 4d squared. So then this is a 3c minus 2d. And a 3c plus 2d, and then a 9c squared plus 4d squared. So 3c minus 2d, 3c plus 2d, and then a 9c squared plus 4d squared. Okay, 36, 40. I'm going to go ahead and pull out a negative first. That's a 16s squared minus 1. So then that's a negative, and then a 4s minus 1 and a 4s plus 1, because there's a difference of squares. Okay, and 42 looks like a diamond method. So this will be a 2 on the top, and 15 times 8 is 120 on the bottom, and it's negative. So factors of 121 and 22 and 60, 3 and 40, 4 and 30, 5 and 24, 6 and 20, 7, 8 and 15. Does 9, 120 and 9. So that would be no, 10 and 12. So this will be a 12 and negative 10 situation. So then this is P minus 12 over 15. And then a P, no, sorry, that's a plus. A minus 10 over 15. It's a plus 12. So then this reduces to a P plus 4 over 5. And a P minus 2 over 3. That's reduced by 3. This is reduced by 5, yes. So then I have a 5p plus 4 and a 3p minus 2. Because you bring what's in the bottom to the top. In the bottom to the top. Okay. 42. 48. Daniel's installing a trapezoid-shaped window. He plans to cover the window with UV coating. The height of the window is 24 inches, how much UV coat, how many square inches of UV coating does he need? Okay, well, I mean, if we already know what the height is, then it's like almost pointless to do anything with this. This is funny. And this is supposed to be, I think, like a review question, but in a sense, what you were supposed to do, I think, was go like area is equal to 1/2. Oh my gosh, I'm on eraser. 1/2 B1, which is 2H minus 3 plus H plus 6. Right, and then times the height. And then go like A is equal to 1/2. So then you have 3H plus 3 times H. So then area is equal to 1/2 times 3H squared plus 3H. So then this should have been like area is equal to like 3/2, right? So 3/2, whatever. So 3/2 H squared plus 3/2 H, right? And then you know that H is, the height of the trapezoid is 24. And so area is equal to 3/2 times 24 squared plus 3/2 times 24. So 24. So, and here's the thing too, is, so this would have been like the factored version that they would have. I think that that was like the goal of the question. In the end, to be honest with you, this here is terrible to simplify, right? It would be so much easier if it was right here, right? So if I had the 24, I could go like area is equal to 1/2, 3 times 24 plus 3, and then multiply it by 24. And that might be a little bit easier than squaring the 24, you know. So I would have done, okay, so 3 times 24 is 2, so 72 plus 3 is 75. So then I would do, so this is area is equal to 1/2 times 75, right, times 24. Then you could reduce, right? So the 24 can reduce, let's change colors, like green, right? So like I can reduce this to 12. So then really my area is 75 times 12, which is a little bit easier, like arithmetic wise, to manage. So then 75 times 12, so 0, 1, 14, 15, 5, 7. So this is 900. So the area is equal to 900 square inches. So I think like the whole goal behind this was to do some, you know, review and actually like multiply this out. So you should have gotten like area is 1/2, 8, oh sorry, not 1/2, 3/2, right? 3/2 H squared plus 3/2 H. But then your area is actually 900 square inches. Okay. And that is it for every other even.